All right, that went quick on me. Here we go. Nope. What do I want? There we go. Got the volume all mixed up.
Man, that was just disgraceful.
All right, everybody, welcome on in. NorCal Sports Network, the Clown Show, after a one-game hiatus, is back. I don't know what's going on. The sound, does it sound okay, Dallas? Or is it my ears?
Sounds good to me.
What's that?
Can you not hear me?
Barely. I think it might be your end. What the heck? How come I can't slide anything up? What the heck's going on with the board? Sorry, guys. We're having technical difficulties right now. I can't even slide the board up. Where's the volume?
Everyone in the hat.
What's going on?
Everyone in the chat, hear me and Dan.
What the heck is going on here with the board, the soundboard? I can't even get to the...
Maybe you should reload it and come back.
Oh, we have to start the whole show on. Can't do that. I cannot get to the... Jeez.
You could leave.
You know what? You stay on. I will come back.
Yeah.
I will come back. You stay on. I'm going to bow out and come back.
Dan will return momentarily. Boy, man, I'll tell you what. From about the seventh inning stretch on, I took a nice long nap on my couch and was listening to the game in my dreams. So I don't know what I missed the last few innings. Let me pull up the box score here. 16-2. So, whew. Yeah, it looks like I missed a couple of runs in the eighth. And
there we go. Now I can control it. Where we go. Let's there
you go.
That's all you can do now, everybody. Give a laugh. This might be the worst team in baseball right now. They are an embarrassment. They had their run differential grow yesterday by 13 runs, and they gave it all back tonight. They gave it all back in one day. 13. They lose 15-2. Matt Chapman
15.
gave it.
You mean 16?
Or was it 16-2 tonight?
Yeah.
Is that the final? Okay, they lost a run. They gave the minus 14. Jeez, this is just look, guys. We're going to be doing some immaculate grid coming up. We're going to try and entertain with immaculate grid. The Giants are a joke, an absolute disgusting joke. They are a AAA franchise. Look at the guys they just brought up. What's this? Who's this dude? Hey, I'm Wilton Ramos. I like to wear my hat on the side because I want to be like Rodney. What was that pitcher? Not Rodney Dangerfield. James Rodney or whatever. Okay, hat's like this, man. Dude, your hat's like this because the pitches you throw are that far off the target. You're supposed to go down, like that when you, or maybe cut a corner, but you're off the plate like this and you wear your hat like a clown. And Wilton Ramos, okay?
It's an easy fix. He can just straighten it, right?
Well, then he'd have to throw the ball over the plate. We don't want to do that. Yeah, Fernando Rodney. Thank you, Eddie K. I couldn't remember his first name. Wrong side, E. Miller says. Okay, was it on this side? Okay, hey, I'm Wilton Ramos. Welcome to the major leagues. I wear my hat like this, and I'm in the perfect organization because I wear my hat like a clown, and I play for a clown team. That's right. I am Wilton Ramos the clown, and they called me up. It's just unbelievable. This team is so bad. They are just so hard to watch. In fact, I didn't even watch all of it. I just was like doing other things, getting stuff done. It's like tomorrow they're going to face Kyle Harrison.
I fell asleep about the seventh inning stretch and slept the last 2.5 innings. And they only gave up an extra 6 runs during that time.
I would love to see Kyle Harrison. I absolutely am going to root for a no-hitter tomorrow night on Kyle Harrison's behalf. I think that would just be a fitting climax to part of Buster's legacy. Just no hit, please. Kyle's got no hit stuff. Please no hit the Giants tomorrow night. I'm begging for a no hitter. Absolutely begging. Give me a no hitter, and let's root for Kyle Harrison, the kid out of De La Salle High School, Concord, California, my hometown. De La Salle High School was just 7 minutes from my house, and let's root for Kyle Harrison tomorrow night, because there's no sense rooting for the Giants. Why root for the Giants at this point? They're 23-37. Game 60 tonight. Am I right? I don't even know. I lost count.
They're 23-37. Yes.
Okay. So they played 60 games. And hey, Rafi, you've played 150 games for the Giants. Congratulations. You're 24 games under 500. How's it feel, man, to be the guy that was supposed to be the missing piece? Now, granted, the bullpen's been the huge problem since the second half of last season, and then Buster made it even worse by trading away the bullpen. And then this year he didn't add to the bullpen, so you can't blame Rafi for them being 24 under entirely. It's a group effort. So you can't say this is Devers' fault. Joe, I just said that. You can't say this is all on Devers, but what you can say is that Devers is not enough to lift this team out of the funk. And so he's not going to fit your timeline. He's not going to fit the timeline of the Giants. So the Giants aren't going to be good for 2 to 3 more years minimum. So move off of Devers while he's hot. Let him heat up some more in June and trade him. Maybe you get, hey, he's only 1 year less than where he was last year. He's still got 7 years to go on the contract after this year. Maybe somebody with a ton of money loses a first baseman or a DH, and they're willing to give you, hey, let me ask you this. If the Dodgers lost Shohei, for example, and they needed to replace a DH, and would you take James Tibbs and say Roki Sasaki, who's young and he'll figure it out eventually? Would you take a Roki Sasaki and James Tibbs back for Rafi Devers?
Of course you would. They wouldn't do that, but
I would. If I'm the Giants, I would. Would the Dodgers?
No, the Dodgers wouldn't.
Why not?
Because Roki Sasaki, they paid a lot of money for. They have high hopes for him.
Roki's not making nothing.
They had to pay a lot to the Japanese.
Huh?
They paid a lot to acquire his contract, right?
That's nothing to the Dodgers. They paid like $50,000 or something. Not even that.
I mean, I think you could get him for cheaper than that. Like if you're the Dodgers, you'd say, "Hey, we'll take Rafi Devers off your hands. We'll pay his contract." The Giants would probably do that.
Yeah, but why not get James Tibbs back in a pitcher? If Devers is supposed to be as good as everybody in the chat says he is, why not? What the heck? Giants aren't going to give the Dodgers another big contract, because then when they go to the salary cap, they'll have to get rid of these guys. They won't be able to keep the salary cap is going to be $275 to $300 million when they settle this thing. Dodgers are going to have to trim the fat. Maybe they let go of Freeman. You know what? I would trade with the Dodgers if you got me James Tibbs back and a pitcher like a Sasaki. I think Sasaki's going to be fine. He just got to figure it out this is only his second year. But this team is going nowhere. This team is going absolutely nowhere with Devers. They're not going anywhere with
I would do
Chapman.
that in a second, given that option. Yeah.
They're not going anywhere with Adamas. They're not going anywhere with anybody in this organization. You got Bryce Eldridge, who's a bright spot. Casey Schmidt, who's still young and bright. I think Elliot Ramos could be a good player for you. Jung-Hoo Lee, he might be okay, but I don't think he's worth $19 million. And Joe Boyd says we should never help the Dodgers at anything. It's called getting help back. If they're going to help you, what's the difference? You're going to help them. You're not catching them. You're not catching the Dodgers, Joe. And if you don't give them Devers, they'll just go get somebody else better. It's like, if you have a chance to get rid of Devers, and they're the only team that is willing to pay the full freight on Devers, and if they're willing to give you something back, heck, man, you'd be stupid not to if nobody else is biting. It's like, oh, I'll just stay out here and fish all day in the sea. There's no fish out here, but here comes somebody to rescue me. But nope, I'm not going to do it. Dan, are you saying we just play with three players? Yeah, I'm saying
they brought up Jonah Cox, Buddy Kennedy. These are young guys. They want to get a look at them, so they bring them up. And then, as they basically move farther and farther out of it, these veterans are going to play less and less, and they're going to be able to find a home for them.
Let's hope. But
2 weeks ago, they couldn't find a spot for Bryce Eldridge. They couldn't get him in the lineup. He was a day-to-day. We don't know. He'll play him here or there. And then they've already moved to the point where he's an everyday player no matter what.
Yeah.
So that's a good sign.
I mean, Buddy Kennedy, come on, give me a break. He gets called up to the big leagues, and was this his first intro to the big leagues tonight? His debut?
I believe so, yes.
And he comes in to pitch. That's so Giants. That is so Giants. Didn't they do that earlier in the year with somebody else? No, it was Christian Koss. His only appearance could be as a pitcher. This is so Giants. It's like, hey, you're at the bottom of our roster. Get out there and pitch the bottom of the eighth for us, man. See if you can hold them to 5 or less. I mean,
this it happened last night. They didn't bring in a position player to pitch, even though they were up by 17 or something, 14.
Yeah.
The joke I made was, well, Christian Koss is off the roster, so who are you going to bring in?
Yeah, who are you going to bring in? Is Buddy Kennedy is he related to the JFK or RFK, or is he part of the Kennedy clan?
Seriously, I don't know.
I mean,
jokingly, he's RFK Jr.'s nephew.
These guys, I'm telling you, this is just a clown show. Buddy Kennedy sounds like a ham and egger in WE. WWE. That's right. He does. Come on. This is such a joke. I have a song that I'm trying to work on for Suno I don't know how to get the tune right, Dallas, but it goes something like this. When the Giants come to town, it's lose, lose, lose. Watch a Giant shit show on NCSN. And what do you say with this team? This team is so bad. I wish I can get the tune right. I can't get Suno trying to attach the Giants song. So I will come up with it. I will figure it out. Yeah, that's better to talk about that. Yeah, the Myles Garrett trade. See, that's what the Cleveland Browns are actually thinking right. They're not ready to win. And what did they do? They traded for a younger version of Myles Garrett. Is Curse or was Verse? What's his name? Why do I say Curse? I always think of Curse. It's Verse. He's not Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett's a Hall of Famer, but Verse is younger. And you got 3 draft picks, including a number 1 pick for next year. When you're not ready to win, that's how you do it.
Well, the Cleveland Browns are never ready to win.
Huh?
They're never ready to win.
Who, the Browns are a joke, but they're trying to do something smart. Look, they're not going to win with Myles Garrett, so move off of him. They got an asset. They got rid of his contract. They got a cheaper, younger player, and they got a number 1 draft pick plus a couple other picks. So Giants should be doing the same thing. Webb, bye-bye. Nice knowing you. Thank you for contributing. You've been a great Giant. You've been, you've represented the Giants well. And yeah, the Giants and the Browns are about the same. And you know what? They both wear orange hats. So I say, don't worry about that gravy about Brock. He's got Brendel to protect, and he's got what's that other guy? The second-year guy, Connor Colby. Yeah, they got Colby and Brendel. That's enough to take down a line. Dan, does getting younger mean success? There's no guarantee of success in anything, Robert, but it gives you a better opportunity if you get top prospects, guys that are rated highly in the game, and people who look at guys that are, look what the Washington Nationals did. They got C.J. Abrams, Mackenzie Gore, and James Wood. James Wood, one of the best players in the game right now, top hitter. C.J. Abrams, I believe, is leading the league in RBIs, if I'm not mistaken. You get guys that have high pedigree, and you go forward with them. 6 Cell Phone says we should have traded for CJ. What good is CJ going to do? He's a free agent after this year, and I believe he's a free agent. At least that's what I heard Jim Bowden say this morning on the radio. What are you going to do? You would have put him at second base. You would have not had Luis Ariz this year, and then you would have had probably lost, according to reports, you may have lost Joshar Gonzalez, who's the number 7 ranked prospect with Jim Callis and Keith Law right now. Giants just need to get young. What's everybody afraid of? Why is everybody afraid? I shouldn't say everybody, but who in this chat and in listening ear sight or sound, listening ear sight, that's a great one, Dan. Listening ear sound, who is afraid of a full rebuild and getting all these young guys to surround you with Bryce Eldridge, Joshar Gonzalez, Luis Hernandez, Johnny Level, who, by the way, was promoted to Eugene, I believe, today. You got the number 4 pick coming. Why would you not do what the Giants did in 2004 through 8 when they were stockpiling assets, which turned into 3 World Series championships? Do you guys remember the homegrown infield? It was Buster, Pablo, Crawford, Panic, Belt. 5 guys, all drafted within a few years of each other. They all came up together. That was your infield core. Then you traded for Pence, and you had
the Giants
other.
weren't. They didn't sell everybody at the time. They still had bonds, and they were still signing free agents and still trying to go for it and trying to do something.
They didn't have much other than bonds.
They were trying to put a team around him. They would sign some free agents and try to put a team on the field, but they were rebuilding in the background. Yeah. And then everybody came up at the same time.
They weren't buried with 4 or 5 contracts. They had bonds.
Yeah, they had shorter term guys that they use. So that's true. But a lot of these guys aren't ready yet. They're 2 years away at least.
Exactly. Build now for that. This is what, if the Giants try to win now, they can't.
They're trying to right now.
But they can't. They don't have the players. They're not winning players. Chapman and Adames.
Yeah, they got to move off of them. No doubt about it. It's not working.
So you got to replace them with young guys. You can't just fill these guys up with other middling veterans that are 30 years old. Get rid of these guys. Get guys that are young in their 20s so that by the time they're 25 and 26 years old, you're winning championships.
Yeah, I'm saying I agree. If you can move them now, do it. You should do it.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's young teams that win championships, okay? It's unless you've got so much money like the Dodgers, where you still have stars that are 30 plus, but they're superstars like Ohtani and Freeman and Betts. Those guys are still, but they surround them with other pitchers and they have enough guys that are a little younger. But generally speaking, it's young teams that grow up together. The Warriors won championships because Curry, Klay Thompson, and Green were all in their prime, in their mid-20s, like the OKC Thunder, and now like the San Antonio Spurs. It's you get younger. It's the old teams that always fade. And we see it in every sport. I just don't understand the mindset of teams that don't want to look. Sports is for guys that are not 35 plus. Yeah, you're going to have your guys that are 35 plus. You're going to have your Tom Brady's. You're going to have your Peyton Mannings, but they're not surrounded by the rest of the team that's 35 years old. 1 or 2 guys that are still that are superstars or at the top of their game. Yeah, when they've lost something, they're still really good. But if you're not super good, when you hit your mid-30s, you start becoming bad. It's just a fact of life. I don't understand. What does everybody want to hang on to Logan Webb for? Tell me why you hang on to Logan Webb when he's got 2 years left after this year. Tell me why you hang on to Logan Webb when the team
because he's on a team friendly deal and you need pitching.
Well, good.
If you're going to try to compete, which they do every year, they try to put a team that can somehow make that wild card. That's the reason why. Because he's making half as what it would cost to replace him.
No. if you traded him, you could get 2 young pitchers for him.
That are major league ready?
Probably.
If you can do that, then do it. I don't think that you can do that.
But making a team-friendly deal is what makes him an asset. If he didn't have a team-friendly deal, if Logan Webb was making $30+ million a year, he wouldn't be worth anything. But he's making like 18. So teams like, whoa, I could get an $18 million guy who he can fit into my number 2 or 3 pitching slot in the rotation. And he's going to walk after 2028, and you're not going to win with Logan Webb in the next 2 years. Not with this roster. If they were going to win with this roster, you wouldn't see what you see right now. You would see signs of
well, they're going to change up the roster. They're going to have to.
But
you can't roll it out again because
but are they going to?
It's not going to work.
Are they going to be able to do it though?
I don't know.
I mean, what happens if and do you trust Buster to be able to pull it off?
I don't know what the alternative is. You have to hope that he's going to make good decisions.
This is why I've been talking and trading Webb since the end of the 24 season, because he was better and he had more years of control. I knew this team was not going to compete for a championship. I thought they might be able to sneak in this year as a wild card, just on the basis that the league's not that great. But look at the league now. Other teams are getting better. They're not better than the Pirates. They're not better. I'm going to look over my head. They're not better than the Cubs. They're not better than the Pirates. They're not better than the Brewers. They're not better than the Reds. I covered the whole division. They're not better than the Dodgers. They're not better than the Padres. They're not better than the Diamondbacks. They're not better than the Braves. They're not better than the Phillies. They're not better than the Marlins. They're not better than the Nationals. And they're not better than the Mets. The only team they might be better than in the entire National League is the Rockies. What are you guys
Marlins
doing,
are not
Giants?
A good team.
What are we supposed to be? Look, this team looks defeated. It plays like they have and they are not better than the Rockies, Dan. I said might be, Cam. I said might be. They might be better than the Rockies. But every other team for sure is better than the Giants. And I think the Rockies probably have a decent shot at finishing above the Giants this year. Yeah. And Matt makes a good point here, Matthew. Look, you're not competing right now. So even if you just don't have the arms that are ready to pitch right now, what happens if you get 2 studs, Dallas, that are in single A right now, and they're projected to be up in 2 years in 28 or 29, and they could anchor your rotation because they're, stud pitchers, and they got big pedigrees. They may have been drafted out of high school first round, and they got all this high because teams will trade those guys. Look, the Giants traded Zach Wheeler, right? He was a high school guy. They traded Zach Wheeler for Carlos Beltran because they wanted to win now. They were the defending world champions, and they said, we'll sacrifice a known, or I should say a likely stud pitcher for now. And that's what teams do. They give up these guys that are 3 years away because they're thinking, well, we need to win now. We're in a desperate – the Giants wanted to repeat in 2011.
Yeah. They do. They need to take advantage of people that are trying to win now. They will mortgage the future to try to win in the present. And if you can get a good deal on that and you can get 3 guys or, then you got to look at that for sure.
Ken says, Dan, you predicted 88 wins. That's right, and I predicted a meteor to hit your house tomorrow on June 2nd, so be prepared.
Neither are likely to happen.
Philip says he still agrees with the move. Look, that's what you do in sports. There's windows, right? Had the Giants known at the time that their window wasn't closing and they still had several more championships, man, imagine how many championships. I think the Giants, if they had Zach Wheeler, would have maybe won in 16.
Yeah. That's the opposite, like you just said. Like the Rams, their window is now.
Yep, and their window's now.
They're mortgaging their future. They're trading 2 first-round picks, and they're going for it.
Johnny, I didn't say a prospect in 5 years. I said like 3 years. Prospect in 5 years is in diapers right now. Jeez. 5 years. I never said 5 years. Why do people misquote me like that? I said somebody, some of these high school pitchers are coming out and they're ready to pitch in 2 years. Look, the team is absolutely on a you want to see some mock Logan Webb trades. I don't even want to think about some Logan Webb trades right now. I don't know. When it gets closer to, I'll put some stuff together. But this team is really hard to watch. Again, I am pulling for a Kyle Harrison no tomorrow night. That will be what I will tune in for. Hopefully it's not over early for the no or a shutout. I want a no first, and then I want 12 Ks and a shutout. So, Dan, just accept they will lose every night. Oh, believe me, I'm long past that stage. I've come to acceptance. Look, I'm not even upset. I'm happy right now. I'm happy this club's losing. I want it to get bad. I want it to get so bad. The only thing I hope isn't sacrificed is Tony Vitello, because I like Tony. How about an immaculate game? Yes, exactly. Where he throws 27. Well, that wouldn't be an immaculate game, would it? It would be 81 pitches, all strikes, 27 strikeouts, 81 pitches. I think we could root for that. Is that out of hand, Dallas, to expect that tomorrow night? 81 pitches, all for strikes, and the game's over. He throws a perfect game.
Yeah, the problem is the Giants will just swing at the second pitch and ground out, so you won't get to 3 strikes.
Eventually they would, but they might miss it. They might not. They're not really good at grounding out, making contact. Giants were 10 games over when they traded for Devers. I love the move at the time, so I'm not going to go backtrack. I remember when it happened and everyone was excited. James Tibbs. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you, Philip. I was too. They were 41-31. We were ecstatic. We thought the Giants were finally had their man, and we thought they were going to make it to the playoffs. They had the odds at the time. were excellent for them to make the playoffs. They even skyrocketed after they traded for Devers, and it just didn't work out last year, and it's not going to work out this year. And it's not going to work out in 2027. This is and people who are afraid to rebuild, look what the White Sox did. They traded Garrett Crochet. They got a couple of players. They traded Luis Robert finally in the offseason. Look at the White Sox. They're above 500. Are they going to make the playoffs? Probably not. But they're getting better. Who else is getting better? The St. Louis Cardinals. They traded away almost everybody. They're getting better. You got to get rid of the contracts that weigh you down if you're not good. If you're not good, unless there's something nostalgic behind it, like, for example, the Golden State Warriors. We're all, for the most part, Bay Area fans of the teams. But you don't want to trade Steph Curry, even though he's an asset that could bring you better players, and you're not going to win everything with Steph Curry. That's a unicorn example. Steph Curry is a icon. He is the greatest ambassador of the game. He's the greatest player ever to put on a Warriors uniform. And you could say, go ahead and trade him because you're not winning. But if you get rid of Curry against his wishes, if he says, I want to go, then you trade him, okay? But you don't trade a Steph Curry. You let him just finish out his career as a Warrior.
It's the same thing as Bonds at the end of his career.
Yeah.
You weren't going to win with him, but you couldn't do it,
Right.
Get rid of him, so you're just stuck with them. But the Warriors are not going to win with Curry. You're not going to trade him. I don't know who would want a $60 million contract. So you put some players around him, run out the string.
Yeah, and you just let him. Yeah. All right, guys. Do I need to go on a rant here, E. Miller Base? Do I need to teach basic math skills one more time? Because I'm getting a little tired of this comment. I see it on Twitter. I see it all the time. I'm going to give it to you, E. Miller, because you set it up for me on a tee, and it's nothing personal. But what do you not understand about mathematics? They're paying these three players, Chapman, Adames, and Devers, $80 million per season. Toward the cap or whatever cap, they're paying $80 million, okay? 25 for Chapman, 26 whatever for Adames, and roughly 27, 28 for Devers. Roughly $80 million. All right, let me give you a little history lesson, math lesson 101. If they had to pay half of their salaries, they're paying $40 million a year of the salary, and they don't have the players, but they're still paying $40 million. But they have three other players or four other players that are taking their place that are making $1 million. So those three players that are making $1 million accounts to $3 million because they're young prospects that are going to grow up and become hopefully really good players. Now you're, instead of paying 80, you're paying 40, but of the 40, now you're only paying, you're paying out $3 million to replace those guys. You're in essence saving $37 million a year. And then by the time you are good in 3 years, because all these players are growing up and becoming good players, that money is off the books and you're gone. And you're saving money still. And in the case of Chapman, it's 4 more years. In the case of Adames, it's 5 years. So in 5 years, 2 of those contracts are done. But you saved $37 million starting next year by getting rid of those guys because you didn't replace them with high-priced players because you're rebuilding. My goodness, I don't understand why people can't understand what a rebuild is. A rebuild, yeah, addition by subtraction. Thank you, Mark. You're getting rid of the fat waste, and that isn't doing you any good. And I keep hearing this from people on Twitter. The Giants don't want to pay. It's because you don't know how to think outside the box. You don't know how to look. I'll give you an example of something. I have a client that has $144,000. Okay? $144,000 in their account with me. I replaced their account because, and they were losing $20,000. So they were going to transfer $124,000 because there's a penalty for getting out of the contract early. All right? $144,000. We transferred the money to another company, but we only transferred $124,000. All right? Why did we do that? Why would somebody lose $20,000? Well, the new company they're transferring to gave them a $24,000 bonus, or 24% bonus, excuse me. $124,000 with a 24% bonus brought them to $154,000. They had a net gain of $10,000. Okay? I do that all the time for clients. Okay? So I gave my client, by moving their money to a new company, I put them in a better situation where they have an opportunity to make more money with $10,000 more in their account than they had yesterday. All right? That's called addition by subtraction. And you do the same thing with a rebuild. You pay younger people less money, and then when the iron's hot and you're ready to strike and you need to get that contract, that trade for a guy that's really good, and you can afford him because now you've gotten rid of that $40 million excess that you were wasting on 3 players that didn't help you win. That did not help you win. So Dan gets rid of everyone. Eric, Lou, and Dallas. I like that. Yeah. Actually, I never got rid of any of them, but I'm too hard to work for. That's it. I am looking to try and speak with Ned to get him on hopefully soon. I want to talk to Ned about a rebuild. So, yeah, I'm rebuilding NorCal Sports Network. Yeah. Yeah, where is Dallas? He leaves a lot on the job. You know that he takes a lot of time off during live streams. He just imagine if I did that. If I just said, I'm still here, guys. I'm still here. All right. We're going to call, when Dallas comes back in, we're going to call him Platoon. That's his new name. We're going to change his name to just Platoon. He likes to platoon. Maybe should we cue the song up? I think he's coming back. Maybe he had tech difficulties. Oh, he went to the car. But we have no volume.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay. I have to run and pick up my son, so I'm switched to car mode temporarily.
All right, car mode. We were saying when you come back, we're just gonna call you platoon because you're platooning. You got your Jonah Cox and you're in your debut of your first game starting in the big leagues, and you get pinch hit for down 8-2. How's that got to make you feel?
Not very good. I don't know why you don't just let him play at that point. But I had to escape for a minute because I can't hear that save money rant again.
Oh, you don't like that?
I like it, but I've just heard it so many times I can't hear it anymore.
I get it. The chat just keeps coming at me. I don't understand it. Why do they not understand economics?
You do save money, but you're also paying for somebody to play for another team. And that's what the owners aren't going to like.
But if you get rid of them,
on paper, less money is going out the door.
Correct.
So,
yeah, you're saving $37 million a year, and you're getting hopefully good prospects back. I mean,
yeah, and it might take that. You might have to do that in order to move some of those guys. To move Chapman, you probably have to eat half of it.
Yeah. What'd you think of the Chapman interview with Susan Slusser?
Well, it seemed a lot like he was talking about the people on Twitter that are, just bottom feeders that are threatening his family, and
that's ridiculous.
The real hateful stuff. I mean, the fans should be critical of him. He's the leader of this team, and the team is terrible. They're playing horrible. So it's kind of his job as the captain of the team to steer the ship in the right direction, and he's not doing that. So there is criticism for him, and fair criticism. But to threaten his family and say, "I hope he dies" or whatever, that's terrible. And I think that's what really he's talking about in the article with Susan Slusser. So I can see where he's coming from there, but I think the criticism is deserved, and he hit a home run today. So at least maybe he's starting to turn the corner, and we could get a little trade value out of him.
Who turned the corner? Chapman?
Yeah, he finally hit his second home run of the year.
Yeah, boy. What did the guy drop it, or what? What happened on that?
On what?
The ball. Did he drop it, or did he get a glove on it? I couldn't tell.
Oh, I was listening on the radio. I couldn't see it. So
okay. Boy, so you got John Miller right on the radio.
Today it was Rizzo.
Oh, okay.
And FP.
Oh gosh, you had to lift it. Is FP a homer on the radio too?
I like FP on the radio, actually.
Does he ever critical?
He's critical, yeah. He's kind of a homer, I guess, but I like, he brings his perspective as a player, and he brings some things that I wouldn't have thought of before, or like insider type stuff that I enjoy. But yeah, his comments on the podcast about not being able to be critical of Posey made no sense at all. So, and he's taking a beating. And with Kruger, he's been going after people in KNBR, going after Kruger, saying you can't have an opinion if you don't go to the ballpark. That's ridiculous. Yeah. If he watches baseball games, he's allowed to have an opinion, even if he doesn't show up at the ballpark. So
yeah, come on, FP. Yeah, I have to listen to. One of my criticisms of listening to the Giants broadcast, and I try not to listen to it because, especially when Pence and Fleming are together, because like the Giants are down like 8-2, 10-2 or something. And Pence is talking about they can still come back. And then Dave Fleming goes, first pitch, there's a ball. Like, oh, it's the start of a rally. It's 1-0. And he gets excited on the 1-0 count, like, it's a ball. Like, here comes the rally. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Just go Lon Simmons and Al Michaels and make fun of the team. Tell some jokes. Have some fun. My goodness, but to listen to this diatribe of telling it like, you know, like Pence all game talks about how they're not out of it or they could come back, you know. It's just
I mean, this team hasn't come back yet, right? It's been.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, I like Hunter Pence personally. I think Hunter Pence, you know, good guy, and he's good nationally. He's good on all the other broadcasts. If you listen to him, he's just not good on the Giants because the Giants want him to be a homer.
Can you hear me, Dan?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I can't see you, but we can hear you.
Oh, my phone says software update completed, and it won't let me. It won't let me exit out of it. So I'm like,
oh wow,
I can't see you or do anything on my phone, but I can hear you at least.
Okay, all right. Well, this is Dallas Helliker live from somewhere in Northern California.
From the Muay Thai kickboxing place.
Oh, kickboxing. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just, you know, and I thought the time of it, you know, of course it's Susan Slusser bailing out Matt Chapman. She's just like so far up Matt Chapman's, you know what? It's just like, you know, it's just hard to, because she's so infatuated with Chapman because she was the A's reporter and he came up with the A's and the whole thing, she's bailing him out, like getting everybody to feel sorry for Chapman about, you know, I don't like the death threats. I think it's awful. But, you know, all the players are getting death threats. Why don't you go do articles on everybody, Susan, that's getting death threats? She wants to point out Matt Chapman because she wants to try and bail Matt Chapman out when it's clear Casey Schmidt's the better player and the Giants would be much better off without paying Matt Chapman $25 million a year to basically do nothing. Did we lose you all together?
No, I'm here.
Okay, there you go. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, she's always been really pro Chapman because of her affiliation with the A's. So I just think it is what it is. I do think that, you know, the fans wanting to move off of Chapman, and I think everyone understands why, because it's not leading to the results that we want to see. And I don't know if the article makes it sound more or less like the Giants are actually going to do that. I don't know. Maybe are they less likely to move him now that this article says he wants to be here and he wants to be a Giant and all this stuff, or maybe it doesn't matter.
Yeah, who knows? Oh, Tommy Troy for the Arizona Diamondbacks ties it up 1-1 in the sixth inning with a home run. Stanford, Tommy Troy. Let's see what's going on. Let's get a further update in that Dodger Diamondbacks have lost 3 in a row. It's 1-1. Who's pitching for the Dodgers? Let me see. Is it Ohtani tonight? No, Emmett Sheehan. He's only allowed 2 hits. Wow. But gives up the home run. Interesting. Didn't you pick up Emmett Sheehan last night? Was that you, Dallas? Oh, Dallas is no longer with us on this show. He'll be back, though. Anyway, guys, what's going on in the chat here? Let me take a look. Yeah, Matt Chapman thinks he's still an elite third baseman. Exact. That's ridiculous. She lives in England sometimes, I think. I don't know how. She's here, I think. I don't know what. What's the deal with FP and Susan there? They look like they're nobody wants Chapman even at a 50% discount. Do we have any music we could play? Hey, guys, it's time to hit the like button. How are we doing in the like? Oops. Chapman Law Group. Yeah, let's talk about Chapman Law Group. Chapman Law Group, located in Marin, licensed in all of California. Make sure you reach out to Chapman Law Group for all your legal needs. Chapman Law Group, 415-613-9483. Give Chapman Law Group a call. You got a personal injury situation? Give them a call. They're great attorneys over there. David Chapman, longtime supporters of NorCal Sports Network, and they are Giants fans, and they're not related to Matt Chapman, but give them a call. And make sure you do hit that like button. Right now, we have how many people watching this live stream? Let's take a look here. Hold on here. I got to go to this, that. Got to look at my phone here. Okay. We got 182 in the room, 75 likes. So we got over 100 guys that haven't hit the like button yet. Hit that like button if you would, please. It does help the show. Go ahead and hit the like button. It sends it out to more and more people. And, if you can't support us through other means, such as just your presence or super chats, if you hit the like button, it does help us get views. And the views is what helps get us paid by YouTube. So the more people that like the show, it actually helps us. Thank you, Philip. Appreciate that. If we could get to over 100 likes here shortly, we're at 86. We got 187 watching on YouTube. We got 310 in the house. That means we got over 125 or so over on X. On X, they can't hit the like. So I rely on you guys watching YouTube. So thank you to everybody that actually did that right now and did it before. I really appreciate you guys. Let's see. Hey, Johnny Chisari, I'm going to throw out a challenge to you tonight. Your challenge, Johnny Chisari. Johnny, I'm talking straight to you, Johnny. I want to hear you talk about another player besides Willy Adames. All right. I see your one need 90% of chat, but I want to hear for every Adames comment you make, I need 2 comments about other players. We all know how you feel about Adames. Thank you, Mark. Yeah, it can be brutal. It can be brutal. Why don't we go have a little fun, guys? Let's pull up the immaculate. Getting a cramp in my back here. Hold on. Let's do the immaculate grid baseball. All right. What do we got today? Oh, we got some A's and some Phillies, Dodgers, and Royals. This is going to be fun here. Let's see if we can test our knowledge here on NorCal Sports Network. Let me get rid of some of these ads, and I'll pull up time for the immaculate grid. Okay. Phillies, Dodgers. How about Trey Turner? How about Max Scherzer? How about What's that second baseman? That dirty second baseman? Chase Utley. There you go, Matthew. Yeah, that's it. I was just coming up with it. Who's better? Who's going to get us the lowest number? Chase Utley, Trey Turner, or Max Scherzer? What do you guys think? Joe Boyd, Sour Shoes has been on this show. He's not a troll. He's been on the show. All right. Jimmy Rollins, Sour Shoes says. Richie Allen. That's a good one. Wait, Max Scherzer did not play for Philly. That's right. Wait a minute. Yeah, Scherzer came over from Washington in that deal, right? Wait a minute. Yeah, Trey Turner came over from Washington. That's right. Washington. I was thinking because he went to the Phillies. That's right. Cole Hamilton. Let's go with Joe Blanton for the Dodgers and the Phillies. Joe Blanton. Richie Allen, that's an old one. All right. I think Joe Blanton. All right. We're going to go. Let's go Joe Blanton. %. All right. We got Dave Stewart. Rick Monday. A's and Dodgers. Rick Monday. 1965, first pick ever in the Major League Baseball draft. The first overall pick in 1965. Ross Stripling, that's another one. Dusty Baker. A lot of A's and Dodgers. What do you think, Josh Reddick? We had him last night on. That's right. Who's going to be the lowest percentage, guys? Would it be somebody like a Rick Monday? That's what I'm thinking because it's so old. Eric Karros. Yeah. I'm thinking Rick Monday because a lot of people won't remember that. The people answering this question probably don't know who Rick Monday is, right? That's my guess. Let's go Rick Monday. Oops, what happened to my Rick Monday? 66 to 84. 2%. All right. Gold Glove. Gold Glove with the Dodgers. Gold Glove with the Dodgers. Did Mookie win a Gold Glove with the Dodgers? Or is he just had to win a Gold Glove and he's played for the Dodgers? Does this mean he had to win it with the Dodgers or just won a Gold Glove and played for the Dodgers? Yeager, I don't know if Steve Yeager won a Gold Glove or not. Steve Garvey, Gold Glove. Davey Lopes. I would think Garvey won a Gold Glove, but Fernando Valenzuela, that's a good one. Mike Scioscia, I think he won one. Okay, you think it's won a Gold Glove, period. Oral Hershiser. Yeah, Freddie Freeman's won Gold Gloves. Davey Lopes. Give me, all right, I need Ron Say. Okay, you're throwing out names, but I need a Dodger Gold Glove, and I have no idea who Matthew just said, who Cesar is a Taurus. Matthew's looking up, Googling it. I've never heard of that. Caesar is a Taurus. Who the heck is that? Do they even Caesar? Tommy Davis, good one. That's cheating on Johnny Cesari's part. You don't even know who Tommy Davis is, Johnny. He was way before you were born. All right. I need help, guys. I need 2 people to confirm the best name here. Jim Gilliam. I don't know if those guys won Gold Gloves. All right. Adrian Gonzalez. Adrian Gonzalez, did he win a Gold Glove? Bill Russell. Yeah. Mookie Betts won one with LA as a right fielder. Davey Lopes. Dusty Baker. All right. All right. Oral. Sean Green, that's a question mark. I need facts. I need Yeah, Mookie won one in right. That's not going to be a good low score, though. I need somebody with a low score. Give me a low score, guys. All right. I should just cheat myself. Mookie's going to be too high of he's too recent. Oral won a Gold Glove. Hiroku, I'm going to trust you on this. I'm going to go Oral Hershiser. %. Okay. Caesar is a tourist. Okay. That's a weird one. I've never heard. When did he play? Who is I know most every baseball player that's been won Gold Gloves or heard of him at least. I don't know. All right. Now we need to go somebody who played for Kansas City and Philadelphia. Somebody for Kansas City and the Phillies. Did Cole Hamels play for Kansas City, guys? Carlos Estevez. I like that. That's a good one for sake of saving time. All right. A's in Kansas City. Oh, what's that? What's that utility guy that played in the 14, 15? I think he was in the. He was a really good utility player for the Royals. We want the A's in Kansas City. And he went on to play for the Cubs in the Cubs 2016 World Series. He was with the Royals in 2015. He's a utility guy, super utility guy. Help me out, guys. He played for the A's and then he went to the Royals. Billy Butler's one. That's another guy I was thinking. But there's one other guy. I just want to get his name. I may use Billy Butler, not Johnny Damon. Infielder, played some left field, right-handed, white guy. Come on. I just heard his name on the Giants the other night because Ben Zobrist. Thank you. Thank you. What do we go with, Billy Butler or Ben Zobrist, chat? I know Ben Zobrist. Jason Kendall. Which one are we going to go with? We're just going to pick. Just type who should we go with? Who's got the lowest percentage? Jason Kendall. I'm waiting on the chat. Paul Konerko. Willie Wilson. Did he play with the A's? All right. Ben Zobrist. All right. We need a Gold Glover with the Royals. That be George Brett? George Brett. How about did John Mayberry? I'm thinking of some older Kansas City Royals. George Brett. He probably won a Gold Glove. Yeah, Bobby Witt. George Brett. How about Willie Wilson? How about Otis? What's his last name? Oh gosh, center fielder. Sal Perez, Frank White. That's a good one. Otis, Lorenzo Cain, Zach Greinke. There we go. Yeah. Amos Otis. Somebody check out Amos Otis. Amos, first name Otis is the last name. Check him out. Did he win a Gold Glove with Kansas City? He was a top center fielder when I was growing up as a kid. Can somebody confirm if Amos Otis won a Gold Glove? Willie Wilson, I would think so. Alex Gordon, Bobby Witt. Somebody confirm with me Amos Otis. Frank White. I need confirmation. Amos Otis did win one. Okay. That might be a 2%er, guys, because a lot of people don't remember him. 1967 to 84. 4%. Yikes. Okay. All right. What are we on now? We're going to go top. We need a 300-plus average season batting for the Phillies. That would be Trey Turner. That would be an older. Did Larry Boa, I believe, did 300. I believe the second baseman, one of my favorite players growing up was Dave Cash. Dave Cash, Phillies. I used to have a Phillies hat when I was a young kid that I wore around. Mike Schmidt, I don't think ever hit 300. Pete Rose, yes. Good one, Janet. I'm thinking Dave Cash. Brandon Marsh, I don't know if he can somebody confirm if Dave Cash did 300? I think he did. He used to be a top 10 hitter when I used to look up the top 10 as a kid, but I don't remember at the end of the season. But I'm thinking Dave Cash might be Greg Maddux. You mean Gary Maddux? Gary Maddux was with the Phillies. Harper hit 300 with Philly. Wow. Let's go back further where people don't remember. How about, can somebody confirm Dave Cash? We got any? Richie Ashburn. That's an old one. Okay, insane. There we go. Richie Ashburn. Wow. I like that. Jimmy Rollins. What do you think is going to be better, Richie Ashburn or Dave Cash? Who's going to have the lowest percentage on here? Bryce Harper's too recent. Got to remember these things are Willie Montanez. I like that one. I remember Willie Montanez. That was my team, man. The Phillies. Willie Montanez, Dave Cash, Larry Boa, and Mike Schmidt was the infield. I'm going to listen to my mod, Mark Graves, Dave Cash. 0.6%. There we go. People don't remember Dave Cash. We're down to 2, everybody. We're down to 2. We need somebody who hit 300 for the A's. Now, we can go all over the place with the A's. Ricky Henderson would be an obvious one. I don't know if Joe Rudy ever hit 300. Or Campy Campaneris. Or Bert Campaneris. Tejada. Yeah, Miguel Tejada. Did Joe Rudy do it? We know Matt Chapman didn't. That's for sure. Miguel Tejada definitely did. Dale Murphy did not play with the A's, I don't think. Did he? Did he? I don't remember that if he did. Carney Lansford. Don't remember if he hit 300. Nomar? Nick Swisher. Carney hit 300 with the A's. Manny Sanguian. Dave Parker, did he ever hit 300? He hit 300, but did he do it with the A's? I guess it doesn't matter, right? Yep. My brother played against Carney Lansford in 1970 Little League championship for the state of California. Santa Clara beat Concord 1-0. Sal Bando, not Brando, but Bando. I don't know if Sal ever hit 300. Dwayne Murphy. Okay, Philip. Yeah, I remember Dwayne Murphy. Wasn't he a lefty? Okay, Coco Crisp. All right. Who do we got? Can you guys still hear me? Did I get muted or am I okay? Let me know if you can hear me because Eddie Murphy. All right. Carney Lansford. Okay, thanks, Mark. All right, we're going to go Carney. Let's go Carney. Carney Lansford. %. We needed something better for that. All right, now we need a Gold Glove that played. Wait a minute. Do we just need a Gold Glover for anything here? Oh, no. We need a Gold Glove that hit 300, right? We need a Gold Glover that hit 300? Is that right? A Gold Glove plus a 300 season? Does it have to be a Gold Glove that hit 300 in the same season, or just hit 300 once and won a Gold Glove in a separate season? Can you guys, what do you think? Oh, Claudell Washington. Will Clark, did he ever win a Gold Glove? Barry Bonds. Yeah. All right, who we going with? JT Snow, I'm hearing. Robbie Thompson never hit 300, that I recall. Freddie Freeman, that's a good one. Give me the Buster Posey. There we go. Let's get Buster on here. Who cares what our score is? Let's go. It could be from any team. We know Buster's done it. We got to have something positive. This is a Giants show. Buster Posey. Oh, our rarity score wasn't very good, though, guys. We had a poor rarity score. What was our Buster? 0.7. Is the lower score the better? Or the higher score? Lower score, the better. Okay. That's good. We've been in the 160s. Okay, so it's like golf. The lower the score, the better. It's not like bowling. Okay, it's like golf. All right. I haven't played enough. Thank you. Chardall in the house. Lower score. Wonderful. All right, guys. What do you guys want to hear? I got some music. Give me we can't play Tony Victory. It's been banned because they don't win to play it. So give me songs you want to hear. I've got the NCSN chat. Tony Misery. I'm working on Dallas has CTE. We can't do that to Dallas. He's not here to defend himself. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play. Yeah. Bye-bye, baby. There we go. When the Giants come to town, it's lose, lose, lose. This is a complete shit show on KSFO. Go watch the Giants. They suck, suck, suck. It's the Giants come to town. It's lose, baby, lose. You got Young Hoo Lee in right, and who knows who's in center. Up from the minors is Buddy Kennedy. I mean, I could go on and on, man. What do we say about the Giants? They're just, it's tough. Chapman needs a song. Take me out of the ball game. Take me out of the ball game. Do I think Bochy and Baker give suggestions to Vitello? I'm sure when they're around. Or if you ask, But give me a song, guys, you want to hear. I've got we got Dallas has CTE. We've got our NorCal chat one. We've got, what is this? Oh. I don't know what that one is. This is more appropriate for the Giants right now. That's all we can do right now is laugh. I can't get no satisfaction, but I try. I can't get no. Yeah. That's the song of the Giants. Can't get no satisfaction. Oh man. Oh, we got $1.99. Where's Lou? Haven't seen him on a stream. He's on another stream now. He is not here by his choice. So I think he got stolen. Yeah, no, he's Lou is over on Giants Sports Talk Live with Eric and Glenn. So if you want to catch Lou, that's where you'll catch him. Let's see what else we got in the chat. Thanks, Rod. Appreciate you. Look, guys, we're not going to be, our slogan on our is intentional, right? It's that's our. Okay, we're not going to sugarcoat nothing. We're just going to tell you that there's no homers, no truth. We will tell it like it is here at NorCal Sports Network. We don't work for the Giants. So I don't know. Any hot corner this season? Yeah. If there is, it will. Yeah, that was a big deal. Curry, huge deal. And he got a clothing line, golf accessories line, and the ability to sign other players, athletes to his deal. Pretty good deal for Curry. I guess Jimmy Butler has worn the shoes. Let's see. Yep, they got to focus on pitching, Robert. No doubt. No doubt. Yep, Kyle, you're right. We all told you last night. I told you they weren't going to score enough runs today. They're going to need those runs. This is what they do. I've seen it way too often. This is not a good team. No homers, just truth with a touch of CTE. Oh, man. Sorry. No sound earlier when I exit and I put the logo up, I lose the sound because I'm out of the screen. I think there's some kind of trade that happens, whether it's a Chapman or a Rise. A Rise could go and they can move Casey to second base, would be probably the easiest to get done. So, yeah, Milwaukee's a great organization, man. They just keep winning and they got low payroll. What does that tell you? They're just running a better baseball operation, and it's not even close, people. It's not even close. The Giants really are. Look, I'm going to go ahead and show you the thumbnail again. I'm sure you guys saw it before you come in, but I'm just going to show you the thumbnail because I think it's important that people see what's really going on. All right. I'm going to put the thumbnail up for you guys to take a look at. What's your thoughts on this thumbnail, by the way? I want your honest thoughts. Is this, that's it right there. Clown show. Oop. I think that got cut off there a little bit. Hold on. I don't think the whole thing. Wait a minute. Yeah. Clown show returns after 1-game hiatus. Brewers rout Giants. What do you guys think of that thumbnail? Is that would that be pretty? Is that accurate, guys? Is that an accurate description of when you pull up thumbnail? Was that in there? I hope not. I hope that wasn't in there. Let me close this out. I hope that wasn't on the screen. Oh, it is on there, but not on that page. 9-10 thumbnail, definitely accurate. All right, thanks, Casey. Yeah. Sell, Mortimer, sell. Yeah, sell, baby. That's pretty funny. Yeah, I heard that stat tonight. And Kyle, it's actually the Giants. You got that right. 3-23, but the Brewers are now 15-14 when they don't hit a home run. 15-14 when they do not hit a home run. The Brewers did not hit a home run tonight, and they are now 15-14. But that, thanks for reminding me of that. I meant to put that up. Need a clown hat on the wall. There we go. That might be it. All right. In my opinion, who will be traded this year? Robert, I think it will be Luis Ariz, Robbie Ray, Harrison Bader, I think Tyler Mahle gets dealt. Oh, wow. I remember the Van Landingham 96 team lost 94 games. And then they brought in Brian Sabian and Ned Colletti, and they won the division in 97. I don't think they trade Chapman. I hope they do. I would be kind of surprised if they traded any of those big three contracts plus Webb. Hopefully Buster Posey has the courage and the mindset and the will to just turn this thing upside down and say what any good baseball ops guy would do is say, these guys are getting older. I cannot bring them back another year and expect different results. When you get this old, you gotta make change. So we'll see, guys. We'll see what they do. But time to wrap up here, and hold on one second here while I pull this up here. But we're going to get out of here. It's been an hour and 35 minutes. Let me get the music, cue the music up, and we'll see you guys tomorrow night. All right. All right, everybody. Appreciate you being here. So the Giants start off June just like they started off. Let's see what the Giants did. Let's take a look. I'm curious now with the season. I know they started off March with a loss. Hold on here. We got to go home here. We want the schedule. Okay, the Giants lost their first game in April and May. Lost their first game in March. Lost their first game in April, lost their first game in May, and lost their first game in June. And check this out. The Giants won their last game in March. Oh, they lost their last game in April, though, to the Phillies. And they won their last game in May. So maybe the Giants will win the last game of the season. Hooray, hooray. All right, guys. Take care. Thanks for being here. Make sure you hit that like button on the way out. And don't forget Prize Picks if you want to play some money. Win at Prize Picks. Use that promo code NCSN. Prize Picks is a daily fantasy app where you can win or lose by selecting more or less what a player will do. Right now, new users can get $50 in lineups when they play their first $5 lineup, win or lose. That's right. You get $50 for playing 5. Just use that promo code NCSN. It's available in all 50 states. Prize Picks. You download your lineup, build it, and watch along. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. All right, everybody. Let's get the famous John Miller. Whoops, this music's going to start over again. Let me kill that. And let's get out of here with a goodbye. Dallas pops in as we're saying goodbye. Where's my goodbye, little John Miller? Where are you? Goodbye! Take care, everybody. Good to see you, Dallas.